The Whale has been getting a lot of award recognition, mostly for Brendan Fraser's performance, but does it live up to the hype? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Whale, directed by Darren Aronofsky, starring Brendan Fraser, Sadie Sink, Ty Simpkins, and tells the story of an English teacher that attempts to reconnect his relationship with his estranged teenage daughter, played by Sink, but also having some very life-concerning issues with his health. Now, this is a movie that I knew absolutely nothing about. I didn't know the plot about the film. I didn't watch any trailers for this film. I wanted to go in as blind and as cold as I possibly could have, so I can experience this film and see if it was actually worth the hype. Now, there are a lot of things that I absolutely have loved about this film, and there were a lot of disappointing things that kind of left me a little bit cold and wanting a little bit more. Starting off with the performance of Brendan Fraser. He has been getting a lot of award recognition, mostly because coming out of TIFF, I believe, or the Venice Film Festival, he got a standing ovation. The film got a 6-minute standing ovation, and he also got one that left him emotional, which I absolutely love. And Brendan Fraser is just an absolute treasure to the film community. He has been having a bit of a resurgence over the past couple of years, starring in Doom Patrol, and he absolutely nailed the performance in this film. He was absolutely fantastic. You bought into his performance, and the prosthetics that they used to make him a little bit heavier was absolutely fantastic. The way that he is having trouble moving, I thought was really hard to see. There were a lot of moments where this film could get heavy-handed for a lot of people, mostly because of the issue and the things that are happening, but Brendan Fraser definitely gives his best performance in years. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Darren Aronofsky does a really good job of giving us a sense of direction when it comes to this film. He absolutely nailed the cinematography, the way of the look. I think a lot of people might not vibe with the ratio of the film. It took me a little bit used to the ratio, just a little bit, to get locked in it, but once I was locked into the story and I was emotionally invested, Sadie Sink is fantastic. She is having one of the best years this year. She absolutely knocked it out of the park in Stranger Things, and she absolutely knocked it out of the park in this film. Although her character really doesn't get a lot of with her character, you kind of get a little sense that she is more of the outsider. A lot of people really don't like her. She doesn't like anybody. She tries to humiliate Brendan Fraser's character in this film. The only way that he's able to reconnect with her daughter is the fact that he bribes her to spend time with him. The way that they portrayed Charlie in this film was absolutely heartbreaking. He's an English teacher. He uses Zoom, so he's able to interact with his students. However, whenever he is on screen, he does not use his webcam because he's afraid of how people are going to react to him. People are thinking that he's disgusting and really hard to look at. And that was one of the most heaviest things that I saw this year. It was absolutely heartbreaking. There were a lot of moments where I got very, very emotional with this character, and Brendan Fraser just plays him to a T. The relationship that he has with his caretaker, played by Hong Chow, Liz is the name of the character. She was absolutely fantastic. They had some wonderful chemistry. There was a screaming match towards the end of the film that absolutely broke me. Does this movie go on for a little bit too long, and it's kind of all over the place at points? Yeah, but I was still emotionally wrapped up by everything. The relationship that Charlie is trying to reconnect with Ellie, I thought was heartbreaking, and it wasn't a movie that I was going to go in feeling very emotional, especially when I saw this on Christmas Eve. But this movie just absolutely floored me. Is this movie perfect? Absolutely not. There are a lot of issues that I have with this film, mostly pacing and story direction. But the performances by Brendan Fraser, Sadie Sink, Ty Simpkins, Hong Chow, I do apologize if I've been saying her name wrong. it was just absolutely fantastic. This is a movie that I absolutely enjoyed from beginning to end. It was one of the most heartbreaking films that I've seen this year. Overall, I will highly recommend that you guys check out The Whale. I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. The writing is there, the direction is there, the cinematography is fantastic. Brendan Fraser absolutely knocked it out of the park. I'm really hoping that he gets some award recognition because he absolutely crushed it. I don't know if I would give him the win right now, but if the Oscars were held tomorrow, I would absolutely give him the win because he was absolutely fantastic. But those are my thoughts on The Whale. Have you guys checked it out? Do you have any interest in this film? What is your favorite and least favorite Darren Aronofsky films? Go ahead and drop those thoughts in the comments below, and if you like this review, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on more videos like this, because content like this can only be made possible by the viewers like you. And click that bell notification after you do so you get notified every single time that a video pops up, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.